Welcome back to the channel. I'm Josh.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Big Goose Adventures. And this is our series on the Atlantis Gay Cruise. And we are out in Egypt. And we are so excited to share this with you because we got to see the pyramids. And what we want to share with you also is what it's like getting to the pyramid, seeing the oldest pyramid in the world, the Sphinx, the Pyramid of Giza. And then what it's like to get back to the ship and hang out there and show you the classic party. But if you want to skip around and you don't want to see the pyramids, in the description, there's all the timestamps. Click those timestamps and you can move around to any part of this video that you want. But it would really help us out if you
don't skip around and just watch the whole thing.
And what else would help us out?
If you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay notified.
All right. We hope you enjoy this video, and we're going to
see you in Egypt. Bye, guys.
We're going to Egypt today, but look at this. Look where you see this ocean suddenly change colors. Isn't that cool? All right, we got here to the port. You can see now. It's really cool. All those high-rises look like where people are currently living. It just goes on and on and on and on. On and on and on. And then you got this big residential queen right here.
You're a residential queen.
You're a residential queen.
You're a queen.
You're a residential queen.
You're just a queen in general.
A what?
A queen in general.
We are on the bus waiting to go to the pyramids now. And we're right by the toilet. See it?
And we do lunch, so we get you ready for the pyramids. This is the sequence of the tour, which is the neighbor city to Cairo. They were simply separated by the River Nile. So the River Nile separates Cairo from Giza. But in modern terminology, we use now the word Greater Cairo. Amazing buildings in Egypt. We're driving for a little bit along the ring road. This road is called the ring road, and it has got remains of the wide limestone cases of the summit still in place. All these pyramids used to be fully covered with wide limestone cases. So you shouldn't see everything that is locked so as you do now. But only the middle pyramid still has got the names of these wide limestone. Believe that now you'll have the top. So no one should know that you're buried there. All of these corridors are under a cave for pyramids. This is the idea of the Valley of the Kings. These pyramids you see now, the Great Pyramid, the only redeeming wonder from the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Structure that was built by using 2.3 million blocks of stone. Paul was born in Cairo, raised in Cairo. Had a family, a wife. 25 pets. They were sacred in ancient Egypt. We also found a mummified lion. A lion. And we found...
We're at the pyramids. Oh.
All right, so we got to the oldest pyramid ever built on this planet. It is the first pyramid ever built on this planet, the Pyramid of Djoser. And this was created, just so you know, in 2670 BC. So those of you who are on a cruise, if Atlantis comes back here or any other cruise people are watching this and you want to know how long it took to get there, approximately 3 hours by bus. So, you know, it's not a super fast ride. They don't go 80 miles per hour. It wasn't a bad ride. Our bus had a bathroom, as you saw earlier on the bus, so we didn't have to stop at all. But you're definitely looking at least 3 hours each way to the port and back to the, if you're going on a Pyramid of Giza tour. Now, this is the oldest pyramid in the world. It's built by brick, not brick, by stone, and it's not the biggest pyramid. Obviously, when we get to the Pyramid of Giza, you'll see that there's much bigger. So we were very lucky. We got there early. Not a lot of people were there, and we were able to walk up to it. Now, when I walked up to it, Ben made the comment that we were photobombing because people were taking pictures, but as soon as we walked over to it, a lot of people started walking towards. This is the inside of that pyramid on the bottom ground. The security there let me do this with my Insta360 X5 camera. Wouldn't let me go in, but let me put the camera in there with my 3-meter pole, so you got to see the inside of it. In this next clip, you're going to see them try to sell me stuff.
Oh, no, thank you.
How much it is? We can discount for you. This and this.
No, thank you.
This and this. It's $5. Yes, $5. 5 euros. 5 euros, $5.
I don't have cash.
No, shit.
I don't.
Shit, okay. Shit. This is good one.
No, thank you. I appreciate it though.
No paying the money. 5 euros.
There are definitely a lot of people trying to sell you stuff here, so if you don't want to buy anything, just really don't acknowledge them so they don't come up to you.
No, I'm okay. Thank you very much.
How much?
No, I don't want one.
Sure?
Yes, thank
How much you want to take discount?
you. I don't want one. Thank you.
And now we're walking to the tomb of Seshseshet. She was a princess, and 2300 BC, one of the most preserved tombs with the artwork you can see here. This is what it's known for, so I'm going to let you look at this because this is what it's like. You go in and you'll be with a lot of other tourists, so if you're claustrophobic or you don't like crowded spaces, probably not ideal for you, but these are 100% original preserved tombs that they've uncovered and allow us to go in and see. Quite beautiful, more beautiful than I imagined from a tomb, and I really enjoyed that. Really nice. So real quick, back to the guys that are walking around trying to sell you stuff. It wasn't bad. I'll be honest with you. I've seen a lot worse. I think if you really don't want them to bother you, just don't acknowledge them. I acknowledge them. That's why they come up to me. I said hi. I shouldn't have said hi. Now we're here at the Pyramid of Giza. When you arrive here, you'll be greeted by the same group of people who will be trying to sell you stuff. Also, they'll ask you if you want them to take a picture for you. If you let them take a picture for you, you have to give them some money. That's their expectation, even if it's with your phone. There's camel rides. We didn't take a camel ride. I didn't feel like I wanted to smell like a camel. But that's what you can expect when you get there. And now we're going to go check out the Sphinx. So when you get to the area of the Sphinx, you know, all these places are very crowded. And I hope that this video shows you how crowded it can be. It's really hard to get the perfect picture at these places, but it is really spectacular to come see this in person. I've seen this my whole life in images and replicas, and it's very different in person. It's beautiful. I really think the pyramids and this whole location was beautiful, and I had a great experience here. Our tour bus, just so you know, we had a problem at the port. You know, nothing's guaranteed. So we got to there's 3 pyramids here. The Pyramid of Giza is behind us. That's the tallest pyramid in the world right now. That's above ground. Nothing taller. There's 3 pyramids here, but the one we're walking towards looks taller because it's on higher ground. But the Pyramid of Giza technically is a taller pyramid. So yes, we got a problem at the port. We got here late. We got here right before they closed. They closed at 4:30 p.m. So we had maybe 10 minutes when we got here max. We rushed and raced around. Nothing of the cruise's fault. It was the port authorities' fault. Little side note here, really important for you to understand. If you come to the Pyramid of Giza, and you could look up online all the information about these pyramids and their historical facts, you cannot bring smart glasses into this area. They will be confiscated. You cannot bring microphones. I had an incident with the Egyptian authority, him trying to confiscate my DJI microphone. Our tour guide, thank you, sir, if you ever had watching this video, grabbed my microphone and brought it back to the bus because they were trying to take it from us. The 2 guys that had the smart glasses were detained for 30 minutes. Highly don't bring any smart glasses to this. They don't want them there at all. At all. And, you know, there's no guarantee when you go on a cruise that you book excursion that you'll actually see anything because you never know what's going to happen. In our case, the port authority hassled the ship. The other question is it safe for gay people? Well, we were there for 12 and a half hours on land. We had no problems. Our buses were escorted by a police officer, the Egyptian police. Atlantis arranged with the tourism authority to have the buses escorted. I don't know if that is on any excursion, but because we were a big group of gay men, I think it was definitely on ours for sure. So we felt very safe and didn't have problems. The biggest problem I had was actually with the authority at the metal detector at the entrance of the Giza. So, like I said, don't bring smart glasses, don't bring microphones, because it'll be problematic for you, and you'll wish you didn't bring them. This is beautiful. It's one of those things where I would tell you, I definitely glad we went. I'm glad we saw it in person. I wish I had a little bit more time here, but it's not Atlantis' fault or the tour guide's fault. It's the fault of the port authority in Egypt for hassling our ship, because some of the gay people on our ship unfortunately had flags, gay flags, flags of other countries, which was not allowed, and we couldn't deboard our ship until all those balconies flags were pulled down. That's what delayed this. That's what we were told, at least. Here's a guy telling us to leave. It's 4:30. I really enjoyed the pyramids. Highly recommend this tour if you end up on an Egyptian stoppage on a cruise line. Definitely book through the ship. I always tell people, if you book through the ship, I'm sure there's other great things you can book. The ship does not leave without you. That's one of the benefits of booking through your ship, is that if your bus breaks down, you get an accident, something happens during an excursion, the ship will wait for that tour to return to port so all the passengers get back on. If you book a private tour and something happens to your tour, the ship will not wait for you. It will be your responsibility to get yourself back to the next port. If you go on these tours, I highly recommend sunblock, sunshades, napkins, like we brought napkins, sanitizer. Even when you're at a foreign country like Egypt, if hypothetically you use a restroom, you should bring your own toilet paper or cleaning paper, because sometimes in these countries they don't have them. Highly advise you bring a hydro flask. It came in very handy on this excursion. Even though the bus provided water, which was nice, we were able to fill up our hydro flask with their water, and it made the whole experience nicer. They do accept US dollars in Egypt, so there's no problem with that. We just unfortunately didn't bring US dollars with us on this excursion. And the things that the people were selling, we just really didn't want. You know, I wish I had brought some money to help them, because these people are not rich and that's why they're here. So have a little empathy for them if you come. Maybe consider bringing some money to buy something. Even if you don't want it, you can leave it for your people on the ship. You can give it to one of the people who work on the ship. I'm sure they'll always take stuff that is nice and free. So this is the portion of the cruise of the Egyptian pyramids. We really liked it. The only thing I didn't like was the authority trying to take my microphone, and I wish I really had a little bit more time. But once again, that really not the fault of the tour guide, the tour, or Atlantis. It had to do with the port authority and the gay men on the ship who decided to fly gay flags to a country that really is not 100% for us. So I hope you enjoyed this portion of the video. So you can see behind me there is onboard entertainment. It's a guy named Daniel Park, who's brought on board by Atlantis, who plays the violin. So there's lots of little shows like this throughout the ship, and I think you see him. But yeah, so if you're not interested in going to dancing, you can find on the schedule what things are going on and check out other entertainment. So this is Daniel Park. Yeah. Singer and looks like songwriter, and we're here at the bar now. Ben and I are having a drink. We had a good Atlantis day, right, Ben?
We did, yes. We went to Egypt. It was nice. It was ancient and nice.
All right, we're gonna have a drink and then we'll go show you some other stuff. This is the classic party. All right, we had a busy day here in Egypt, but I thought I'd just show you the classic party before I go to bed. Now, Ben's already upstairs sleeping, but we're kind of tired. But you can see it's not terribly packed. I think a lot of people are like us, had a very busy day, you know, at the pyramids or whatever we're doing. So, you know, on these type of trips, excursions come first and partying becomes second. And but tomorrow's a full sea day, so both parties we packed won't look like this. I just wanted to give you a quick show. A lot of people are on the second deck, kind of just looking at what's going on. If I sound tired, it's because I am exhausted. And yeah. Well, I'm gonna go back to my room. Let's see here if I can zoom in a little bit here. Whoops. Well, I think this is it. You kind of get it, how it is. All right, good night, all. See you tomorrow. I really would have liked to gone out a little bit longer. I just showed you guys a minute, but I am beat. And, yeah. You know, if you did hear what I said earlier, I said good night. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll be going to 2 parties tomorrow, and we'll be filming them.